Hello friends, the topic which we are going to discuss is heat balance sheet problem in IC engines. So this is one of the topic in unit 4. So unit 4 is internal combustion engine performance system and heat balance test. So it's topic in unit 4. So most of the case we'll get a problem in this heat balance test. What theory part we can expect from this topic. So we'll go for the problem. So this is the problem for it's a typical problem in a heat balance sheet test. So the following observations were taken during a test on a single cylinder 4-stroke cycle engine having a bore of 300 mm. So it is a single cylinder. So number of cylinder is 1 and it is a 4-stroke engine. So the number of power stroke or number of cycle is capital N by 2 into 60. Sorry, capital N by 2 into 60. In 16 the denominator, having a bore of 300 mm. So bore is capital D and stroke is capital L. So using bore you can calculate the cross sectional area of the cylinder. So ambient temperature, it is capital TA. Ambient temperature is 22 degrees Celsius. Engine speed is capital N. Fuel consumption is MF. M suffix F, it's 11 kg per hour. CV is calorific value of the fuel, it is 42,000 kilojoule per kg. Mean effective pressure. If it is simply mean effective pressure is given, then we have to take this as PIMEP. It's indicated mean effective pressure. So kindly keep in mind that if it is simply mean effective pressure given, then that we can take that as indicated mean effective pressure. So it is PIMEP. And rope diameter is 2 centimeter. Net brake load is 1 kilonewton. And the brake drum diameter is 2 meter. So the data, these three data, rope diameter, net brake load and brake drum diameter, is to calculate the torque of the engine. So the engine, the type of loading of the engine is a mechanical loading. That's why it is a brake drum type. So brake drum diameter, rope diameter and net brake load is given. And next is the quantity of cooling water allowed in the jacket. It is 590 kg per hour. It is mass of cooling water. Temperature of cooling water entry is 22 degrees Celsius. So it is TCW1 or T suffix W1 or T suffix CW1. Temperature of cooling water leaving, so that is 70 degrees Celsius. So T suffix CW2 or T capital T suffix W2. Quantity of air measured. So this is mass of air which is supplied is 225 kg per hour. So mass of air. Specific heat of exhaust gas is 1.005. So Cp of exhaust gas is 1.005 kg per kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Exhaust gas temperature is 405 degrees Celsius. So Tg is 405 degrees Celsius. Determine indicated per, brake per, mechanical efficiency and draw the heat balance sheet. So this is our typical heat balance sheet problem will be there. So first one is indicated per. So as we know that indicated power is Planck. So PIMEP LANK. So P suffix IMEP is given, it is 6 bar. So 6 into 10 power 2 is 600 kilonewton meter square. Into stroke length is L is 450 mm. So that's why it is 0.45 meter. Into A is pi by 4 D square, D is 300 mm, so it is 0.3 the whole square, 0.3 meter the whole square, into number of cycles or number of power strokes is capital N divided by 2 into 60. So capital N is revolution per minute, so convert that into seconds, we are dividing by 60. Into number of cylinder is 1, so the resulting IP is 47.71 kilowatt. And next one is brake power. So the formula for brake power is 2 pi nt by 60. And speed is given 300, and torque, torque is not directly given, so we have to calculate torque, and the formula for torque is W into R radius or R effective. We call that as effective radius. So that effective radius can be calculated by, so small d is diameter of the rope and capital D is diameter of the brake drum. So these two. Rope diameter and brake drum diameter. So rope diameter is small d and brake drum diameter is capital D here, divided by 2 because we need radius, so diameter divided by 2. So that will give you the effective radius, and load is given 1 kilonewton. So it is 1 into 0.02 plus 2 divided by 2. We'll get 1.01 kilonewton meter. So if you substitute this 1.01 kilonewton per meter in this kilonewton meter in this brake power equation, then we'll get brake power. So it is 31.73. Always keep in mind your brake power will be lesser than your indicated power, and the difference between indicated power and brake power is the frictional power. Now we can get mechanical efficiency simply dividing these two. So mechanical efficiency is brake power by indicated power. So your typical mechanical efficiency is 31.73 divided by 47.71. You'll get 66.5%. Whenever the engine gets older, the mechanical efficiency will drop because wear and tear is larger and the frictional losses will be larger. And next we have to draw the heat balance sheet. So heat balance sheet, we have these many categories. The first one is input. Always your input is heat input, and the output is, so one is heat, useful heat due to brake power, and next is heat loss due to cooling water, and next is heat carried away by exhaust gas and unaccounted heat loss. These many are the outputs. So first of all we have to calculate input. Heat input is MF into CV. So MF is 11 kg per hour and CV is 42,000 kilojoule per kg. So here they are asking you to draw heat balance based on hourly basis. So therefore we are not converting the unit of mass of fuel, and always we get the quantity in on hour basis. So this heat supplied is 4,62,000 kilojoule per hour, and suddenly then we have to go for heat. We should not say that it is lost due to brake power. Is the quantity associated with the useful heat power. So that is brake power. 2 by NT by 60. That is 31.73 kilojoule per second. We have to convert this into hour. So therefore we are multiplying 3,600. So it is 1,14,228.37 kilojoule per hour. And next is heat loss due to cooling water. And since the cooling water is supplied at low temperature and going out of high temperature, the mode of the heat is actually the sensible heat. So to calculate that, it is MCP del T. So mass of water, CP of water into cap and rise in temperature. So mass of water is 590 kg per hour. CP of water is constant 4.187 kilojoule per kg Kelvin into 70 minus 22. We'll get 1,18,575 kilojoule per hour. And heat carried away by exhaust gas. So QG, Q suffix G is again the sensible heat is going at gaseous here and coming out at gaseous exhaust gas. So it is the MCP del T again. So mg, cg, and the rise in temperature. So mg is 225. It's normally the air of the mass of air into 1.005, and exhaust gas temperature is 405 minus ambient air, it is 22. So you'll get Qg at 86,605.87 kilojoule per hour. So now unaccounted heat loss. Unaccounted heat loss, you have to tally the sheet. So that is your input minus sum of all your output will give you the unaccounted heat loss. So that we go for the percentage of heat loss. So the percentage of heat loss for so it is percentage of heat loss due to cooling water, it is 25.6%. Due to exhaust gas, it is 18.7%. Due to BP, it is for 24.7%, and unaccounted is 13.86%. Unaccounted may be the heat which is stored in the engine walls. It's stored on the entire engine casing, and the heat carried away lubrication oil. So those are all called unaccounted heat loss. Always we have to do some practice to increase the heat percentage due to BP. Whenever this is larger, then the overall brake thermal efficiency is larger. Now you can take this question and you can do this as an assignment. Yeah, thank you.